Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three things from West Ham United 0, Everton 1 at the London Stadium. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, first half strike, his 21st goal of the season was enough to give Everton 3 points in the capital and continue our excellent run of winning in London, which is something we don't do very often at all, but we've done it on a number of occasions this season. In fact, the only London away game we've lost so far this season, and it will be the only London away game because we haven't got another one, was at Chelsea. So excellent return from London. Got me thinking, for the two home games, can we go and stay in a hotel somewhere and pretend we're playing away? Because something is going on with our home form. But today, it was a great away victory. 11 away victories for the season. Absolutely fantastic from the Blues. First thing I'm going to talk about today is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. 21st goal of the season. Absolutely outstanding from him. A lot of people have given him stick in the past. Some people still crazily don't think he's good enough. And there's room for Dominic Calvert-Lewin to improve, and there's no question about that. He showed another side of his game today that is developing, and that is his finishing went through like that. Yes, he's got to do it regularly, and one swallow doesn't make a summer and all that, but took his goal really well today. Great movement, good turn of pace, lovely touch and finish back across Fabianski and into the corner of the net. Where I'd like to see him improve was the situation we had in the second half when we broke at pace. And he ended up picking out Seamus Coleman with a good ball, but a little bit of play there and around the corner to Richarlison would have got him in one-on-one with the keeper. And then Dom could have followed it in and, maybe they got himself another goal. He did play a good ball to Seamus Coleman, but if he'd just played the ball, I think, to Richarlison, we'd have been in. And it's that little moments of awareness like that. The other one was he got in round the keeper and picked out Josh King as well, but really intelligent running. And I don't understand why that isn't a tool we use more often. Yes, it's got to come from your midfield players. It came today from Ben Godfrey stepping in to that space in front of him and playing that little ball to get Dom in round the back. And because he's got that turn of pace, I don't understand why we don't use that more often. It's a weapon. Start using it rather than lumping things up to him that he has to win. Get a few in on the floor and really stretch teams, because that's how we'll get more opportunities like that. But I just thought he worked his socks off today, held the ball up when he could, won most things in the air in both boxes, and has come up with the match winning goal. So fantastic, goal number 21 for Dom this season. Second thing is quite clearly the away form. 11 away wins, absolutely superb for Everton. But it's how we can transform that into our home form, and going into next season when fans are back in the stadiums, how do we maintain what we've done this season on the road? I think obviously better players helps you. There's no question about that. But I think if Everton were to maintain a kind of a game plan we have now, right now, which is obviously the preparation and players doing the jobs, and you have more quality and drop more quality into that squad, I think this is something that can be repeated. It might not be 11 away wins next season. I mean, I hope it's 12, 13, 14. I hope it's 12 this season because we've got a big game later this week. But we've also got to be able to unlock teams at home. West Ham, it was quite funny seeing us do to West Ham what teams have done to us at Goodison. And in fact, what West Ham did do to us on New Year's Day at Goodison, which is shut down the passing lanes, shut down the space, and then have you got an answer? West Ham didn't have an answer. We haven't had an answer a lot of times at home this season when teams have done that to us. And that'll be up for Carlo Ancelotti and David and Duncan Ferguson to come up with in the summer, is how we unlock teams when they do that to us. But I think with this away form and with the players we've got, we can repeat some of this next season. And if we do that, we will be in the hunt again for European football next season. But how can you not be impressed with Everton's away form this season? Absolutely outstanding. 11 away victories. Superb. Yes, the home form is terrible. No question about it. No one would stand here and deny it. But away, absolutely excellent. So clearly stuff to work on. And third thing really is Carlo Ancelotti and the squad. We've seen today that, and I said this a few times, Liverpool away, even Manchester City at home in the FA Cup, although the game didn't work out, the players followed the game plan to a T, and they were beaten by a better team who had that moment of quality and that little bit of luck. The City game, keepers Javirginia pushes it onto the bar and it drops a Gundogan and it's 1-0. And yes, they get the killer goal in at the end as well. But for us, for these players, following game plan, working hard, keeping in your structure, I think bodes well. And then when you drop more quality into the squad, which is exactly what we need to do this summer, that should give us as fans a bit of excitement and a bit of hope. Yes, like I've said, that the answers aren't infinite farm. We need pace, we need mobility, we need more goals. You know, you look at that top 8 now. We're right in the hunt points wise. You know, if we can win the game in hand, we give ourselves a great chance. We go above Spurs and we go above Liverpool. But the goal difference, ours is +4, and a lot of other teams, West Ham for instance, is +16, I think, something like that, 17. Others are 20, and Everton's is 4. And that's clearly something that we have to address as well, goals this summer. But that comes with pace and mobility. And we can't always rely on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's had a fantastic season this season, 21 goals. Has been outstanding, 16 Premier League goals. But we need more from other players. Richarlison, 6 goals. You know, we need midfielders, wingers. So Carlo Ancelotti with that squad, can we turn a bit of it over? Can we turn it over in the summer with players that aren't the first pick? We might have to make some decisions this summer on people like Yerry Mina, who I think is an excellent defender, but he's gone off injured again today, having just come back from an injury. 2 years left on a deal. Is it worth trading him out if a bid comes in and using that money to strengthen elsewhere? Andre Gomez, who isn't, you know, let's be honest, he's not in the team and he's not going to get in that team. I think Tom Davies does a better job because he sticks to a job. I think Decore will be back in Everton's first team either Thursday or if not next Sunday against Sheffield United. So I think the manager will be looking this summer and going, who can we get money for? Because obviously of the Premier League rules, but also people who aren't going to be involved. You know, maybe it is time to make some tough decisions on them and start getting players in who, yes, are first picks, but also have got pace and mobility, and that makes the squad better, which means we can compete with a lot of other sides on a basic level of fitness and power and mobility. And with that, then your quality will come out, which means that you finish higher up anyway. And that's what I think Ancelotti will be looking for. I think he's already come out and said that the play needs to improve. We need to be more attractive. The football's not very attractive. We know that. We know it. And I know, and people are right to call it. People are right to be frustrated by that. But there's 4 games to go. If you promised me, if you said to me, I'll give you 4 awful performances, but it'll get you 10 more points, I'd bite your hand off for it all day long. 3 wins and a draw maybe at City or whatever, I'd be all day with it, rather than 4 great performances yielding 3 points. Because we can get to the summer, trade that squad out, and then we can work on improving the football. Because at times, I think certainly in the first half, at times we knocked it round quite well, really. It was just we're a little bit too slow in possession, and we know that. We know we haven't got the fastest players, but it's not always just about having fast players as well. It's about how fast we move the ball to move teams out of position. But if you do have a couple of runners, you can do exactly what we did with the goal, which was Ben Godfrey stepping into space, round the corner and Dom's away. And the few occasions we tried that, we had a bit of joy with it. So it's a big summer, we know that, I've said it before, but I think Ancelotti will look at the squad and go, this core of players can get us results following a game plan. Now, when we sprinkle a bit more quality and mobility into it, it can go up again. So yeah, they're my thoughts anyway. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. See you later. Have a great weekend.